It is Monday after bell 426. Welcome, everybody. If you're new here, go down to the bottom right-hand corner, hit that Options Tender logo, and subscribe. I just want to go over through a market update real quick, check out a catalyst for tomorrow, and maybe we'll take a look at Tesla if we have time. I just want to make a fast one. I got things to do, place to be, people to see. So, jumping right into it, SPX on the daily. What happened today? We are focused. We are narrowed in on this ending diagonal. This is what makes up our whole thesis. We're breaking down from this point. We came right back up to touch it. We have not officially, in my mind, broken down from it. We did have a close underneath, so that has a lot to say. But we are underneath the 20 MA, the 8 EMA. So what are we looking for? We're looking for some follow through. We didn't even come down to the 50-day moving average yet. So we're, with the count that we have, we're looking for a WXY. We need some movement if we're going to get to this point. So with tomorrow's catalyst, the CPI, let me pull this up. I'll pull this down here on the screen. So with the CPI, it's at 8:30 in the morning. We're going to gap up. We're going to gap down. Everybody's looking at the consumer price index. They want to know if inflation is happening. And, I know from my point of view, it sure is. So looking at meat prices, things I shop all the time, gas prices, things like that. I know that some things are excluded. But either way, this is going to be a catalyst for the bears or the bulls. We don't know yet. We don't know what's happening. But in my mind, we're setting up for a big bear move. And I think our count is still in play. If we gap up tomorrow and go back into this wedge, then we'll probably be gapping over the 20 and or the 8 MA, and that would be bullish. I would start to really flip over to the bullish side. But check out the indicators. Where our MACD is making a lower low. We had lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. That's bearish. Now, it's no coincidence that we had a pause day and that we actually made a lower low on the RSI, but we did have a bounce right in this 50 area. That's pretty typical. So, everything points down for more downside. Today, we had somewhat of a bounce, and let's just go down to the 65 so we can get a little sharper look at this. Okay, there's our rising wedge, also ending diagonal, where we had our three-way move up, three-way move down, three up, three down, three up, our throw over, and we're pulling back. It's been a super choppy pullback. I do have a wave count on here as a 1 2 1 2 1 2. That's pretty bearish, and we should see a movement at the end of this down to maybe this 43.70 area, or possibly even lower to the expected move on the downside. Now, this is the market's looking at this so hard. See how we back tested this wedge here, and we ended right on it. I think what the market's trying to say is, hey, here it is. Here's the pinnacle. Here's the point where we either break back into this, call that a bear trap, and we move back into the wedge and we go to all-time highs, or we just came here to back test the wedge, and now we're going to see much lower lows. We're going to start our descent to for this wave 4 movement. We have we'll see. We'll see in the morning. We have some support down here, the expected move, and then much lower if it's as bad as if the market takes it as bad as it may be. Otherwise, we have a 3 4 3 4 3 4 5 to come down to with the wave count. And if we're looking at the MACD, we have plenty of room to head down. It looks like we're going to curl up, but we can constantly retest this blue line and continue to the downside. I mean, look at this last move here for the wave 2 on this wave 2 of 5. The momentum went all the way down to -30. We're only at a -15 at this point, so there's plenty of room to go. It's not like we're getting ready to curl up and go to all-time highs. Possible. Let's see what happens tomorrow. I'll just move this over. And on the RSI, again, we're moving right into that area where the 30 for in bullish territory. When we're bullish on the market, this is a good spot for being overheated in the RSI, that we might expect a bounce, that we actually might expect a turnaround, a reversal. And if we're considering a bear market, man, we have so much further to go. Look at this move. Same thing. Sorry about that. Same thing. When we pulled back and went down to negative 30 on the MACD, on the RSI, we got all the way down to about 16, almost 16 before we actually bounced. So we have a lot of room to the downside. We really could push. That had a gap down, gap and go. It was choppy for an A, B, and then, just real slow, gap down, go before we made some sort of reversal. And I could see that happening here as well. If we get some sort of gap down at this point, I could see a nice big gap down, some movement, and hit a point much lower to where maybe this support here, to where we can actually have our first diagonal. This would be we're looking for a zigzag, I should say. Zigzag, three-way move down, or in this case, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. 5-wave move down, 3-wave move up, and a 5-wave move down in order to get our first leg, which would be the W, and then a 3-wave move up for the X, and then another zigzag down for the Y. So that's still what we're looking for. It's still in play. Let's see what happens in the morning. We are positioned for some nice bearish moves here. While we're on it, let's go over to Tesla and we'll end this video. The VIX, we're not going to check it out. It just rejected again, so we don't need to see that. But look at Tesla retesting this breakdown area. It was a bull trap, came down. It's coming back up to retest, and I do believe this is still a potential. Let's go over to the hourly time frame here. This is a potential 1 2 1 2. We're paused right here at the 618 area. We do have the 718 right here, coinciding with the not only the point of control, but also the resistance here as well. And so truly, I'll put my stop here, but truly this wave 2 would not be invalidated if this is a 1 2 1 2 until and if it got above this candle right here. This candle's at 762.61. One tick over that, and we're talking about invalidation for the 1 2 1 2. I do believe this does look like it's an A, B, C, and that could be very bullish. So we're going to keep that in mind when we're getting some sort of pullback. This could be a wave 1, pull back for wave 2, and then head higher. Okay, that I do get that. But I'm pretty bearish on the charts. I have it all mapped out, and we'll be looking at that. We did get a little bit of volume on this candle for this push higher, but this could just be sucking all the bulls in and ready to make its larger move, because we're talking about a move down to somewhere down in the 584 area. So could go lower. There's things happening there. That's just a 1618. So that should be a wave 3 retracement. We're talking we could come down to this 440 area by the time this is over. So I know that sounds super bearish, but this is to me this is a corrective move, and we're looking for much lower prices. Not to say that this can't go any higher, but we're definitely looking that route of bearish right now. We are involved in bearish positions, and we're going to hold on to those until those are invalidated or have some follow through. So this nice big candle push here off the 20 DMA and close over the 8 EMA is bullish. Now I just need to see some follow through. We see some follow through, they'll stop us out, and we'll move on with our life, and we'll move on to bigger, better things. If we don't get follow through, this sucked all those bulls in, and we're going to see a very, very big move for a wave 3 down. So it won't be pretty. There's the extension. We could put that down on there. I think we may have done it. Let's go to the hourly. Yeah, we're looking at about 654 from the extension from wave one, the bottom of this wave two. That'd be wave one. Two, the extension would come down here to about 655 area. So that's what we'll be targeting on a wave three if we start to see a reversal at this point, starting maybe tomorrow with those CPI numbers. Maybe this affects Tesla as well. So, all right, that's all I got for you today, guys. Thanks for joining us here. If you like this information, just hit that like button on there. Hit the bell and subscribe if you want to keep getting this type of information and keep up with the market here. And I do have a Patreon if you're interested. $5 for the first tier. We have live alerts that we give you, and trade education. $10 for the second tier, and we'll go on from there. So thanks for joining us here at Option Center. We will talk to you tomorrow.